You're listening to BlahBlahCast episode 0. My name is Captain Dickhead. Enjoy the compilation. Numbnuts.
We watched the one what is it? Like iCarly Spencer shoves a bagel up his anus or something.
Spencer launches a bagel
up Spencer's
it's whoever's
someone's rectum, Spencer's rectum, and it's like, you will call ever.
The issue is your tissue.
That is not the issue. Your sauce.
Buenos dias, muchacholatas,
Sheesh. What? Why are you gonna say sheesh?
And I don't kiss like.
I kiss like. Your sauce. We have a cock.
Not anymore.
You're grounded for till cock. For till cock. For till cock.
Okay, you can stop.
But that was a classic.
You are grounded for till cock.
For till cock. For till cock. How old were you when you started sucking dick?
I remember this one time where you know that picture of Squidward? He's like a 3D model.
Oh yeah, like the morbid Squidward, the morbid Squidward.
He's got he's got like the really creepy face from that one episode.
Oh yeah, like this look. Does this look unsure to you?
Yes. It was that face. It was like him holding a knife, and then mom went and looked at my history, and she's like, "Why are you watching this?" Like, I don't know.
You know what's even worse? You know what's even worse?
What?
So I had this like little stuffed animal named Perky. I don't know where I got that name from, and I liked to flip him around because I pretended he was like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. It's like remember the Tigger movie where it's like, let's do the soupity doopity loopity spoot, like where he spins his tail and he flies all over the place. You know? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a fucking epic movie when I was a kid, and then I remember trying to replicate that, so I would like spin him around in my hand and I'd like throw him across the room, and I'd throw my body like oh, it's like I could fly. And then I remember one time I fucking hit my head on the side of the couch, you know. but I remember there was one time there was one time where I actually looked up his name. It's like, I wonder if my stuffed animal's name will come up on Google. So I went to Google Images, and you can only imagine what came up. It was like girls in bikinis and shit and like tits. And
wait, what was the name of the animal again?
Perky.
Oh. Oh no.
And so, the thing is, it's not like I told, or it's not like my parents found out. I actually like inadvertently told my mom. It's like, Mom, I looked up something inappropriate, and she's like, okay, just be careful on the internet. That's all she said.
She didn't even come look to see what it was.
No, she just said, okay, be careful. That's all she said. My parents were like not limiting to me on the internet at all. Like I swear to God. Actually,
same, yeah. No, that Squidward incident is the only time that I ever remember my mom checking my history.
The Squidward incident.
That memory's really vivid for whatever reason.
It's probably because you were scared.
It's because I learned it's just look at bad things anymore. Don't bring no business.
Actually, I think this is one of the only other times where I got limited from using the internet, because this was in 2012, 2011, so I was I think it was in 5th grade middle school. When I was 11 and 12, I got into creepypasta, and I was really obsessed with it, actually.
Yeah.
So there was Smile Dogs, Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so into it. I made a creepypasta book. I'm not joking. I wish I still had it. I don't know where the fuck it went. I could still have it. I think I threw it away, actually. Because the thing is, I was the thing is, I actually like copy pasted the stories and like put them in there with like the images of the stories, and I got like so scared of it that I slipped it under my dad's room, and I just left it there. Like I didn't want to see it anymore after that, and then I think it got thrown away though, unfortunately. Like I wish I still had it.
I wonder what your dad thought of it if
He probably didn't give a shit.
Looked in it.
You know who did care was like my mom and the rest of my family. So basically there was an incident. I think these are two isolated incidents. So like there was a time where I made my first YouTube channel, and it was called Sponge Movie Otis Bob. So like when I was 11, I made my first YouTube channel, and then I had this playlist called Funnies, and it had videos like adult jokes and like fucking creepypasta shit in it, because I would just like throw whatever videos I saw into that playlist. And basically what happened was I found out that my uncle is a fisherman, and he's been doing YouTube videos, and he still does that to this day. I don't remember what his channel is though. I liked one of his videos, and then he found my channel, and he told like the rest of my family pretty much about it, and then I had like an intervention with like my cousin and my uncle when they came over for Christmas, and then they forced me to delete my channel like in front of them pretty much. It was like fucking like a crippling experience. So like, and then in like angst, I like went home and like made a new account, and then that's my current channel actually. That's OBSM. I think I only uploaded like 2 videos to that channel at that point. Like I don't remember what they were, but it was pretty similar. I think one of them was like a Christmas special YouTube poop, and it had like the Minecraft music video "Don't Mind at Night" like YouTube pooped or something. I think I fucking deleted the video. I think it's on my old hard drive or something. I could probably find it, but like there was like one part of it where it was like I sentence mixed the part where it says, "And there's a creeper," and oh, how did the fucking song go? It's like, "And I'm pretty sure there's a big creeper right there," but instead I made it, "But there's a big penis right there." and then I made I made Invader Sim say no, and that was it. So yeah, it was just really bad videos.
Wow. You were an edgy little boy.
I know, right? I went to detention every day. I was fucking Bart Simpson. I'd write on the chalkboard every day.
So what if he like aged in real time? Like, can you imagine if Jeff the Killer was like a tax-paying adult?
He'd be like 27 now. Just he's working on the taxi cabs in New York, and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And he has like scars. He's like a white face, like a pure white face. Hi guys.
Like, he'll kill people, but tax evasion's too much for him.
Oh yeah, that's how he gets away with it. It's like money laundering scheme, you know. I think that makes any fucking sense.
He's like Al Capone, like he kills people, but
oh yeah, he's a gangster. Yeah. He's a part of the mafia. Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
I had an acquaintance, I won't call her a friend, but I had an acquaintance when I was in middle school who genuinely believed in Slender.
Oh.
Like
I don't even want to get into that. Oh.
She showed me all the photoshopped pictures, and she's like, "He's out there. He's real."
But no, I mean,
the way people talk about Bigfoot.
Zach, I don't mean to spoil the mood. Do you remember that 2020 documentary about how that girl, like her friends thought that Slenderman was real, so like they stabbed her friend in the forest or something?
Yeah, I know. That's like the #1 incident that gets brought up,
yeah.
And it's probably the reason why it's not so popular anymore, because
yeah, probably.
Like,
I mean, for a while people thought the Enderman in Minecraft
real fucking harm caused because of just a stupid story. Like, that's the point where, okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Susan, I know I took a picture of like the number of days. Here. Never so much as a peep from you in 116 months. That's how long I left my poor village.
Fuck? How long is that?
That's and like, now you drop into chat. What happened to you?
That has to be like almost 5 years, I think.
I know, yeah, seriously.
116 months is almost 10 years.
Really?
9 points.
Oh,
That's 9 2/3 of a year.
wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is on the original one on the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone, what was your favorite Minecraft music video? If you've seen
Okay,
one.
don't judge me for this. It was a My Little Pony parody of Don't Mind at Night.
Are you serious? Oh my god. You like mentioned that
It's a
song.
parody of a parody.
You mentioned that song before, and it's like, oh my god, I have like repressed
Yeah.
memories of that. I forgot to tell y'all why I hate that song so much. First of all, I'm not really a huge fan of Katy Perry, but like the thing is about that song is I got into it. You know, that was a whole time where I was like a huge Minecraft kid in middle school, and there was this one kid. I rode the bus to school, and there was this one kid where he was just constantly like, hey David, what are you watching? And then like one day I show him the video, like the Don't Mind at Night, and he like, I don't know what happened, like that must have instantly blew his like little like autismo little mind, because like literally every single day he's like, hey David, can I see the video? Every single day. You know, and like for like a year, I'm not joking, and then eventually he got his own phone and started playing it himself, and then it was for like another year where he played it. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him, but he was like playing it like all the time, you know, and it's just like, Jesus, you know, and I'm not trying to like offend anybody that has autism. Like I don't know what was wrong with him, honestly. He wanted to see Minecraft music video every day, you know.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck was that? Did you see Captain Sparkles' later songs?
It's like a Daft Punk version. That's what this sounds like.
It's like auto-tune, yeah. It's roboticized. But did you see like the later videos that he made though, like Dragonhearted? Those are really good actually. Like I'd say those are like almost better than the MCU. Like they're fucking really good.
Did Captain Sparkles also make the what was it? The one with the king? That was
the Fallen Kingdom.
The one
Fallen
with the Coldplay song. Yeah.
Fallen Kingdom. Well, yeah, it started from that. That was like the first in the series, and then he made like 5 more songs, like five more music videos. But they're like they got better and better in quality though. Like they're really good actually. Like Lego Movie like levels of good, you know. Like they're really freaking good.
I listened to that file you posted. It makes my head hurt.
That's the version I made. I just put the vibrato effect in Sony Vegas on it.
How many effects did you?
I put 3 vibrato effects on it.
There were times when I was a younger kid where I hung out with kids who were a lot older than me, and they had access to things that I did not normally have access to.
Oh, definitely.
So I saw, I think it was on Netflix, and I saw a thing called High School of the Dead.
Oh no!
Oh, what? What?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about
No,
that.
Ellen knows what I'm talking.
I haven't heard
High
about
School of
this.
the Dead is essentially a fan service anime that has zombies in the background.
Imagine her titties flapping in the wind, and it's just like, woof. It's like a Matrix shot. Is that what it's?
No, there was some really fucked up stuff in that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, if it's like fan service anime.
The one that I'm trying to think of like one that I had watched legitimately that I wanted to watch.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't just a little kid who didn't know any better.
Oh my god.
Was
I just found the cake
I don't
farts
even know,
video.
maybe like Howl's Moving Castle, which
Oh, that's my
isn't
favorite.
like
I haven't heard of that
it's a
either.
really good. It's a Studio Ghibli film. so
Oh
it's not-
yeah.
it's not a series, but it's a movie, and I really.
Joke listening to
BlahBlahCast Episode 2. Ever since the sleepy cabin burned to the ground, I'd committed to prostitution. Also, don't ask that faggot Dave where Episode 1 is. It's now lost. It's in the title of that fucking episode. Thanks for understanding. Goodbye.
Okay, I'm just like mindless. I'm also scrolling through social media as we're talking. I just saw a picture of
You're reading the Ancient
shorts
Scrolls.
made out of Haribo like candy bags, like sewn together. I've seen everything at this point, honestly. Like nothing can shock me.
Okay. That's
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
That's a pretty edible pant, by the way.
Yeah, like the person wearing them, like
What if-
has one of the bags torn open and is like has their hand in it, like is about to pull out a gummy. Like,
What if there was a joke in The Simpsons about like Bart's like eat my shorts and then like okay and he like starts gnawing on his shorts but it's like all gummies or something. I feel like that's a joke that they would do, to be honest. I remember being in a school play, like I think it was called like it was called like nursery rhymes or like it was about like Humpty Dumpty or whatever.
oh, I did that. I did a play like that when I was a preschooler.
Oh, by the way, isn't that a rapper? Do the like Humpty, do the Humpty. Whatever.
What?
Yeah, I think he's a rapper.
Are you talking
He's like a
about that
90s
guy who
rapper.
said Super Mario with a big tuper or whatever?
No, he's even better.
But
He's the
Mario
best
might
rapper.
be super, but I have a big
tuber.
with a big tuper.
Yeah, anyway, like, yeah, the play that I did in middle school was like, or not middle school, fourth grade. It was like I played, it was like about Humpty Dumpty getting cracked, and then like these two detectives had to figure out like how he died or something, and I was I was this character called the Punisher, and the funny thing is I made puns obviously throughout it, and I remember like one point my teacher, she thought I was like laughing in the play at like my own joke, but the truth was that the script told me to laugh. So like the truth is like as a kid I didn't even find it that funny. I just like laughed when the script told me to. But apparently I was like such a good actor that I convinced my teacher that I was actually laughing at it or some shit. So like
Nice.
yeah. So yeah, like apparently also since my name was the Punisher, my teacher made me wear like the Marvel Punisher like t-shirt or something. And the thing is I had no idea who that was when I was like 8. So like I was like, oh, I guess I'll do this or something.
Yeah, I bet a few of the parents were pretty concerned.
Why?
If they watched you doing
That
that.
child is
Well,
just
if they know,
They're like, oh, that child is disturbed. Oh no, like I mean everybody received it pretty well, to be honest, but like I hate personally when I was like that age, like I fucking hated how like there would just be some kids who like read from the script who they would be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened, and I'm like, oh my god,
yeah.
just put some bravado in it, like
too,
like
I always hated that.
yeah, it's like come on,
Because I remember like in that play, I don't actually remember if it was A Midsummer Night's Dream or something else. Yeah, shows you how much I know about Shakespeare. But anyway, I played
Shakespeare's a fraud.
I played like some drunk guy. Like I was literally the guy outside the castle, like the porter. Yeah, that's who I was.
That seems
And
perfect.
I talked about people like using. I talked about people like using cloths or something, and just drunkenly slurring about like, "I take your things," and then, like even the main characters were just like, "Oh, this is happening now."
They were more drunk than you, apparently.
If I put more effort into being a drunk guy than they did being the most important characters.
I swear to God, when I was 8, my cousin, like, she forced me to watch High School Musical and Twilight whenever I came to her house. And I remember one time she locked me in a room and she was playing Twilight. And I remember, like, actually trying to scratch at the door for someone to let me out. Like, it was fucking terrifying. Because my freaking, my cousin loved to torture me, to be honest, you know? Like, she even, like, recreated that scene from SpongeBob where the Fry Cook Games like episode where like they were wrestling and then he's like, this is personal, and like Patrick like takes off SpongeBob's shoe and like licks his foot. That's what she did to me when I was like 6.
having family members who are like kind of close in age to you, but are still like bigger enough throughout your childhood to bully you, sure is an experience.
Yeah. Because I think she's like 3 years older than me or something. So, yeah. Did you see that movie?
I had a dream recently that I made a.
Have you ever had a dream where like you could do him so much you could do anything?
That freak. Okay.
Yes.
That kid.
In my dream, I made a joke on Twitter that went like, contemplating giving up a life of revenge to buy shampoo or something, and then a more popular user stole it, and it went viral, and this person got all kinds of like accolades and money for it. So I decided to give up buying shampoo and take up a life of revenge and try to get my revenge on that person.
That's a
when
total
I tracked
nightmare.
them down, it turned out we had both stolen the joke from an obscure sitcom that aired in the UK in the early 2000s.
Wow.
Also, there were clowns, and there's a long part of the dream where I had to get a pomegranate off of a tree, but the tree was surrounded by like cacti, and I was barefoot, but I still got it.
That's cool.
I persevered.
Yeah. See, I don't remember my dreams that vividly. Like I kept a little bit of a dream journal. I had a dream where all these people.
You ruined my dream
journal. I did not. Mr. Electric said the principal's office have him expelled.
I wonder if that kid went on to do anything with acting. Because he was so good in that movie, seriously.
What movie?
The Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I like
it's a cult classic.
Adore that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie, even though it sucks. But like, I honestly, it has a lot of potential. Like, it's really creative, but I just think it was badly executed.
Yeah.
To be honest, it had like a low budget.
Yeah. I guess it's been a while. I think I've seen it. It's just been a long time.
It's actually on Netflix now, by the way. I just checked.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything is these days.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes, Oh. Way baguette.
There's a YouTube channel that, like, the Korean Film Archive has a YouTube channel where there's a bunch of classic Korean movies you can watch for free. A lot of them have English subtitles.
Like all on YouTube for free. Like all on YouTube for free. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and I think Japan is pretty good at action too, to be honest. But there's some really good Chinese films too, to be honest. Like I don't know what China's good at. I think just like
I've only seen one full Chinese film, which was Happy
They're good at being
Together.
communist.
Happy Together is a super depressing film. Despite the title.
So yeah, I just thought that the interesting thing about Parasite was, I don't think I've ever seen a foreign film with this much crossover, like to the point where it wins every Oscar imaginable and is playing in US cinemas. Like
it's been playing for like 4 months.
Like it's officially sanctioned or whatever.
Bong Joon-ho talked about that and how he thought he had made this film that's very specific to the Korean experience, because I've seen reviews by like Korean Americans who spent like time living in Korea acting as English tutors, talking about like things that were very like relatable to them. I haven't seen the movie, but I like know the basic plot, but like how there's so much of it that's universal that the like specifically Korean aspects actually make it like more relatable because it's more specific. Robert Rodriguez again, because we're just talking about Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but he said the same thing about Spy Kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it because it's relatable to gamers or something?
No, because a lot of studios were like very hesitant because they didn't think that having like a Mexican family as the leads would be marketable, but it was it was very
he was
successful.
wrong. He was so wrong. I mean, there's a large Mexican, like Hispanic, demographic in the U.S. anyway, so I mean, it kind of makes sense, like, you know, and I mean, like, when was this, like, the 2000s or something?
Yeah,
So-
Spy Kids came out in like 2004.
Oh, yeah. I mean, freaking, like, I don't know.
Oh, 2001. Spy Kids is as old as I am. Spy Kids is older than I am. It came out on March 18th.
Wow.
That's multiple months before I was born.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Fooly Cooley's, like, 3 months younger than me, I think.
Oh,
So
you wanna,
it's almost like
So I actually know a little bit about the Korean writing system. Would you like me to share my information, my expertise?
sure.
Yes, let's let Ellen dictate to us this
Okay,
teach
so
lesson. Go.
like most of East Asia, for a long time in Korea, if you're gonna write, you use the Chinese characters. So in Japanese, that's called kanji. In Korean, it's called hanja.
Hanja.
However, this was not great for literacy because it took like a long time to, you know, learn all the characters and everything. Like, you know, most people, even like today in Korea and Japan, don't know like a ton of characters, you know, like just there's like more uncommon characters that people might not know. Anyway, I'm getting off topic.
Yeah, so that's why they invented like katakana in Japanese, right?
Yeah, and in Korean, the alphabet that most people use now is called Hangul, and that was commissioned by King Sejong the Great, who I just Googled him. He was alive in the 1400s. And so the literacy rate in Korea like improved dramatically after that, which was pretty cool. And now most often people will only use Chinese characters for like, for example, when you're naming your kid, there's like a government list of Chinese characters that you can use.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Yeah, because I remember like, I was like watching some anime. I think it was Isaacin, but like there was that one character who was like my name means like water demon in like kanji or something. So like I kind of figured that like there's like they don't really know a lot of like Chinese characters, you know, over there is the thing. It's like not what they're typically used to reading.
I experienced feeling extremely disoriented and throwing up. That's what I experienced.
So I mishear a lot of things like all the time. When you said I experienced firsthand before you got to the hand part, when I had just heard I experienced first. My brain interpreted that as I experienced birth. When the edibles hit a little too hard.
Damn.
I experienced birth.
Damn, I just saw like me coming out of my mother's pussy the other day. Damn, I think I got too blasted.
Don't say it like that.
This is the episode that gets David's channel deleted.
No, it didn't. That's my aesthetic, man. Like really old, like 144p video. You know, that's just like so low quality, it's almost artistic. You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Wait, did we run out of things to talk about so far?
Not yet.
Well, I just saw something I can talk.
Salads. I think spinach is pretty great.
Yeah, it's alright.
No, you're pretty great.
Aw, thank you.
No, I was just kidding. God, what a year to be alive, man. But unfortunately, I'm broke. You know.
Oh.
I like.
Mood.
Yeah. I've already spent all my video game money on Doom Eternal.
on Timmy Turtle. What is that?
Doom Eternal.
One copy of Doom Eternal, please.
Timmy Turtle.
Timmy Turtle.
What a fantastic name, Timmy Turtle.
Well, that's the thing we can talk about is the Doom and Animal Crossing crossover.
Oh yeah,
which I love. It's the most wholesome.
Proof that Doom guy is not Timmy Turner? Like, has anyone ever seen them in the same room together?
Maybe he's Timmy Turtle.
Well,
I keep saying Timmy Turtle.
Well, there is one thing I can say. It's canon that he's like and I actually said this in this chat, I think, but it's canon that he's a huge nerd because they showed his room in the Fortress of Doom, because of course that's what it's called in the new game. And yeah, no, he's got an absolute Chad PC set up, like triple monitor, and like he's got a collection of guitars. He collects little figurines that you find in the levels, and there's like piles of comic books everywhere. Yeah,
That's actually really cute.
I mean, who doesn't think that Doom guy isn't a gamer? Like, he'd be the most like ultra Chad gamer ever, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing. He's too much of a Chad.
Yeah. By the way, I just like saying the word Chad, just like ironically, just like it's really funny, to be honest.
Because it's a very ridiculous sort of worldview.
Yeah.
One of the most wholesome things ever to happen in gaming.
I can't even believe that like Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing are releasing on the same day. Like they're two major releases. That's crazy. Oh yeah, the new Samurai Jack game is gonna be on Switch too, which I'm freaking hyped for.
There's a Samurai Jack game?
Yes, it's like what is it? It's called like a Land Before Time. No, it's not that. It's a.
Jack,
gotta get back before time.
He gotta go back to the dinosaur.
Gotta get back.
He gotta get back to the dinosaur.
Samurai Jack crossover with Primal.
It's called the Shadow of, or no, that's the old game. It's called Battle Through Time. Yeah.
Okay.
But apparently, it looks really, really good. It's like a platformer beat 'em up, like adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
So like that seems pretty neat. It's coming out this summer. So yeah. Oh yeah, never mind. I forgot what we were talking about before that. Holy crap. I think it was like
talking about ABBA.
Doom Eternal is an eternal mood.
Yeah. It's eternal
like
Doom.
Mood Eternal. Whoa, Doom.
It's eternal dude.
It's subliminal messaging.
Doom is a mood.
It's a dude. Don't fucking blame the delivery man. Blame the person who wrote it or whatever.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, because like it's not their fault. They're just doing their job. Like, and then like freaking if you're gonna drive these people to like insanity over just fucking stupid kids movie, you might as well just like not exist at all. Like I don't care about you. Just like you're dead. You should cease breathing.
You're fucking dead to me.
I'm serious. It's just like these people, like they have nothing better to do with their lives than like literally pick apart at these poor people that didn't do anything. It's like
honestly,
God, it's so
I think
stupid.
some of these people could have made a movie with all the time they spend harassing like actors and writers and stuff.
Exactly, exactly.
If you think you can do so much better, then do it.
Just do it.
I don't know.
Look at Tommy Wiseau. He's my hero. He like freaking made his own movie out of his ass, and it's like one of the best movies ever. It's really funny.
I think the whole, like,
if you have the passion for it, like
Yeah, but like telling people if you don't like it, make your own thing is kind of stupid because of the amount of resources you need to like make any project, like even a book, like the amount of time you have to spend like writing and editing and then actually getting it published.
Right.
Much like a movie that takes so much coordination with different people.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, how many of these people do you think have logged like 10,000 hours, like have just become experts in being shitty fans? Like, Andy, pray.
What the fuck is
they were
that?
playing that at the like cafeteria at my at the my school, the college I go to, and I like lost my mind.
Really?
Sometimes that happens. Like they'll play like Friday I'm in Love, and it'll be Friday, and I'll just be like eating lunch by myself, and I'll be like,
I feel like
I thought you were gonna ask me how my production went, but you just started singing some random song that I don't know.
And what about it?
It was good. Yeah, I remember I was angry. I was like retroactively angry because I was thinking about the time where I had to go to speech therapy when I was younger, because I as a kid I had like a severe stuttering problem or something. Like when I was up until middle school, like I stuttered, and the thing that sucked about it is that everyone bullied me for it. Like I got really like that was like the only thing I was bullied about, like that, like just because of the way I talked, you know. So like I just like it really sucked. I just like didn't talk as much, I guess. But then I went to speech therapy, and then like the therapist, like, what a fucking bitch. But she just like she repeated like. She told me to repeat every sentence if I even made one mistake. She's like, nope, say it again. You have to say it perfectly. And I'm like, oh my God, you know? So like that really, I feel like that really affected the way that I talked in like a negative way almost. Cause like I just become really hesitant with talking now, you know? And it's just like, God, you know,
Yeah.
like what a way to ruin a kid's intuition, you know? Just like by, God, I just freaking hate that. You know, like I could have been like Justin Roiland or something, and that would have been perfectly fine. But like, no, you have to be like, oh, you have to be perfect, and it's like, God, why can't I just talk the way that I want to talk and just be fine? You know?
I think a lot of schools care more about children attaining some like arbitrary level of functioning rather than like actually being healthy and thriving.
Totally, like they want to ruin kids' like imaginations and stuff.
Like it's more important to be normal than to actually like be able to do things in a way that makes sense for how your brain and your body naturally work.
Yeah. Yo, that kind of reminds me of like Steven Universe, because it's like, it's almost like ideal how they set everything up, because it's like, oh, you're born to do this thing and be this way, so you might as well just, you know, do the thing that you're comfortable with, you know. And be this way and do this thing while learning and developing, you know, instead of forcing to be shaped in a different way, because then you're not happy, you know, necessarily, you know.
Yeah, and you can you can leave your comfort zone, but there's no pressure to be something you're not.
Yeah, totally. Like you can see what it's like, you know, and then choose like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, you know.
I saw some pictures of Keanu Reeves had grabbed a paparazzi's camera and just like run away with it.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that.
I remember seeing a video. It's like they were filming him at the airport, and then he just flat out says, "You guys suck." Okay? Yeah.
Keanu Reeves said that.
And like Keanu Reeves is like has a reputation for being a really sweet person.
Yeah, he is.
So like
he just called all of us breathtaking. So he called everyone at E3 breathtaking. So yeah. He's a really positive, like, heartwarming person. So
perfect example of the celebrity who doesn't want to live the celebrity life, you know, just wants to act in movies. He just wants that, like, that's it.
Yeah, like that's all he wants to do. They're really emotional people for a reason, because like they have to. What?
Bill and Ted 3 is coming out in like years.
Wait, what? Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's like getting a reboot.
Really? Third movie starring Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters about their like them trying to like connect with their daughters who are like now like young adults and like remain relevant or something like that. It's called Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh wow.
I think it's gonna be good. It's not a reboot, it's a sequel.
Oh yeah.
And I'm very excited.
I never actually watched it. I never watched I never watched and
Ted. That's like the.
I watched Wayne's World, which is I kept getting those two confused.
Yeah, I was thinking of Wayne's World for some reason.
But, yeah.
I was thinking of Wayne's World.
Here, August 21st, 2020. Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm excited. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
You remember the Resident Evil 2 mod that Vinesauce played? He's like, it's Rebelzar!
It's Rebelzar! And the spin minigun. Spin! Mike's the Closet from Red Letter Media.
I freaking hated it in Disaster Artist.
I did not. What?
You remember you haven't seen Disaster Artist yet, right?
No, not yet. We should watch that together.
Yeah, there's a scene where James Franco, he's like, what is it? He's like He's like imitating the scene where Tommy's walking out of the shed, and he's like, "I did not hit her," and he throws the water bottle, you know. But like he goes, "I did not."
I did not hit her. I did not.
Yeah, but yeah, in the original he's just
bad.
like in the original he's just like, "I did not." You know, like he just says that, but he's just like James Franco really.
He's just like, nah.
James Franco really pushed it in the movie. But he almost did like a better Tommy than Tommy himself, but nothing can match Tommy, you know. From within your mind, no one else can find. I remember showing that to people in my class or something. I'm like, have you ever heard of
showing them your meat?
No, Zach, I wasn't showing them my meat. I was showing them vine sauce meat. Don't make me get charged for sexual assault.
Squeeze my heart.
Oh my god, I can't believe
just turn into Vine Sauce references the podcast.
Who is Mr. Thick going to be? No, I have no idea who this is going to be. It's
just a matter of time before they go out of business altogether.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the worst freaking thing was the freaking Bad Cats controllers that they sold. Like, oh my god. Remember as a kid I got one of them for my GameCube, and I never used that thing ever again. Because the buttons like got sticky and it became impossible to play. And plus they ask you every single time you go, like, do you want to sign up for a per player and warranty?
Per player rewards or whatever, it's like.
Yeah. Like, and warranty for a fucking cartridge? Okay, no thank you. Yeah, but see, they don't make any money off of that. So they're literally like.
Well, yeah, the thing that they make money off of is their used game sales, but like. I mean,
so they're literally just like, please throw quarters at us.
You buy a used game for like,
please throw dimes at us, please. We're dying.
For like $1.99, and it's scratched all the hell and doesn't work.
Yeah, goddamn. I know that feel, and that was 10 years ago. At that point, you know, I don't know how they're still like, they're still existing and functioning.
I still like sometimes I still get like if. Just pretty much the only reasons that I've gone there is that if I want to get a game for my Switch that I don't have room for on the hard drive, I'll just go get a cartridge. And that's it. It's the only reason I've ever gotten a GameStop since 2015 or something.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully doing stuff like this can become my job one day, you know?
Yeah, I mean, doesn't seem terrible unless it's like on the release day for Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing. Like, that's probably going to be a pretty big rush, but and then you have to deal if you run out of copies of something, you have to deal with people like
little babies. I mean, like, I don't mean GameStop. Like, I mean, like, making videos and making animation and maybe making a game. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool to make money off of that. You know,
that would.
Yeah,
I do have a lot of ideas for games.
Oh yeah, totally.
Just need to find the time to make them. Well, I have the time. Is just you gotta get the time, and then you spend the time, and then the time.
Time. I was thinking of making time efficient animations so that I could release them like at least once a month. Rowan is out here snatching your people up, so you better hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband, because everyone's getting infected out here. That's it.
Nice.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah! You're just like...
Exactly!
My hands hurt!
It is.
Yeah.
Joke listening to
BlahBlahCast Episode 3. I like to eat snow from outside and pretend that it's the cum from angels, or that it's God's cum. Talk about a weeping angel.
My family went to the Grand a couple years ago, and my little sister hated it. She was like, "What's there to see? It's just a bunch of rocks."
Well, she's ungrateful because your parents took her like hundreds of miles out to see a national monument, so
I mean, she wasn't technically wrong. It is just rocks.
Just a pile of rocks. Would God just like slap it there like?
It's not just a boulder.
It's a rock. Oh, the pirate used to ride these babies all the time. You liked watching bricks? That's what I heard.
Do you remember that Phineas and Ferb episode where they make an inaction figure?
Oh, actually, I don't remember that. Yeah.
No, I don't.
I watched a lot of Phineas and Ferb as a kid too.
I did too.
It was like one of the first episodes. It was in like the first half of the first season.
Oh wow.
Phineas and Ferb realized that Perry doesn't really do anything, and so they decide to make a toy based on that concept where it's just a platypus and it doesn't do anything.
That's kind of funny.
Because all the toys these days have gimmicks.
Yeah. So what if there's no gimmick?
It's just like no gimmick.
Yeah.
It's just a platypus.
That's smart because that's what kids want. Actually, they want everything to be exactly what they see.
Yeah, except
it's just a figurine. It's just like a vinyl thing.
It's literally
dead, soulless eyes.
I don't like them, but sometimes the things you like don't have any merch, so you just gotta bite the bullet.
That sucks.
Or you can make your own.
Or you can be a hipster and buy like freaking $200 anime figurines. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously.
Like there's a Titanfall one that's a Titan and a pilot that actually the pilot fits inside the Titan, which is pretty cool. That's like the best piece of merch. It's the best figure that they've ever done.
Oh wow.
Doesn't have soulless black eyes.
Really? So like that's what Funko Pop used to be?
Cool. No. It's just one good thing that they did.
Oh yeah.
Thing. That's it. Because the pilot's wearing a mask and the Titan doesn't have a face.
Yeah, so. Yeah. And Titanfall's that game, right? I was thinking of like freaking Mega Sex LR for some reason, but yeah, whatever.
Did you say Mega Sex LR?
Is this another Timmy Turner situation? Timmy Turtle? Yeah, if you guys don't know, the last podcast in the last podcast I called, Zach said Doom Eternal, and I thought he said Timmy Turtle, you know. So he's like, I spent all my money on Doom Eternal, and I'm like, wait, Timmy Turtle? Doom Eternal.
Wait, could you say what you thought it was for the camera?
What?
What, me?
What camera?
What Dave said? I thought he said Mega Sex LR.
Or yeah, Mega XLR. It was a show on Cartoon Network that had a transparent mech.
Wow, the Ninja Sex Party spin-off looks great.
Mega Sex. That's like their death metal band, Mega Sex.
Yeah, instead of Mega Death, it's Mega Sex.
Exactly. Dude! Okay.
Guys, I think we should start a band.
Mega Sex LR. Hell yeah, let's do it. I'll get my guitar.
Actually, if I remember correctly...
Wait, no. Mega Sex LR 69.
Okay. It's even better.
That'll be the name of our first EP.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the next
self-titled,
EP.
but at 69 on the end of it.
And right in time.
Like, wow, they have 69 albums, but no, it's our first one.
Right in time for the penis music trend.
Penis music? What was up with that? It was just like electronic music or something. It was like a clip from like it was the clip from like a DreamWorks movie. It's like the most memes are weird nowadays. Holy shit! It's like it was like a clip from like a DreamWorks movie, and it's like it just says penis music, and it's zooming in and out between these businessmen, and it's just like a chiptune song, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't know.
Oh, you know the song Thos Moser?
No.
I'll send it to y'all in the chat. I've heard it described as the sequel to music.
The sequel to music?
The sequel to music?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very good.
Wow.
If music is so good, why isn't there a music too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why isn't there an Earth 2? Wait, that's gonna be Mars, actually. We're gonna live on Mars with freaking cat girls.
Then someone's gonna create the UAC and open a portal to hell.
I thought we were gonna be living on Mars and like, marry cat girls and stuff.
No, instead we're sitting inside talking about memes.
Yeah.
That's basically just life though. That's basically just what I did in high school.
It's just one big giant meme. It's like viral or something. It's like La Rona. Meme spread like La Rona, you know what I mean?
I once had a parrot and Enza. I opened a window and influenza.
Oh my god. I'm glad I could only hear half of that. Honestly. I'm trying to find. Sorry.
That was like the last big outbreak that happened, right? It was
the Spanish flu. It was like the Spanish flu, yeah, in 1918.
Apparently, that's how Edward Twilight died.
Really?
He died of the flu. Yeah, I never read or watched Twilight, so I don't know how the vampires work. But apparently,
I don't fucking know either.
He
It's
died
like
of the flu.
there's like a buff tan one, and there's like a freaking like soy boys white skinny one that like everyone loves for some reason.
I love how you're like weirdly like aggressive about it. Like everyone loves for some reason.
I hated Twilight, to be honest. Like I because I told you I was forced to watch it as a kid, but like I remember, like I remember watching like Shark Boy and Lava Girl first, so I'm like, oh god, that's the same guy. That was...
Yeah, that's weird to think. You know, he was only like 17 when they started filming, which is really disturbing to me.
That like it's like 1/4 like pedophilia almost for like the chicks that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Death Stranding. Like it came out and you're just like, wait, it came out? That's like for real.
It's like such a surreal thing. It's like, wait, is it out? Wait, what? Yeah. Like with Animal Crossing, I knew that was gonna come out.
Half-Life Alyx, that came out today.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Like, I saw Vinny
in 13 years just came out today. It's
that's
like,
crazy. And like Vinny started streaming it. I'm like, what is this? Like a fucking like dream I'm having? Like,
what timeline are we in, man?
It's weird.
The worst one.
So many new games that are coming out. Not the best one. Come on.
Yeah, it's the best timeline.
We're in the Peter B. Parker timeline.
New Animal Crossing games, new Half-Life game, all these amazing new movies coming out. Like,
but can you imagine a deadly freaking disease happened after Friday the 13th? Like when they were planning something, and then all of a sudden the next week it's like everything shut down. Is that a coincidence to you?
I don't even know.
And it was a full moon, by the way.
I mean,
I don't think it's possible to.
For whatever reason, I don't know why. I'm just really wary of the number 13.
I don't know. I don't really care.
Honestly, the day Friday the 13th is just like.
I think it's a marketing ploy, to be honest, because it's a franchise, by the way. But like, they turned a superstition into it. But like, here's the thing I learned about humanity in general. Like, if we believe hard enough, like it's real, pretty much. Like with the economy, you know, like it's literally like fucking like those little kids movies where it's like you gotta believe and then it becomes true. That's so true, honestly. You know, like even with adults. But yeah,
it's like in Warhammer 40k, the orcs.
That's
how all of their technology
works
because the
I
orcs
heard about
believe that it works.
And they have like psychic abilities, but they're too dumb to use them consciously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like orc magic is based on just like them being stupid and thinking that things will work, and then it just does.
Okay.
Their technology is just cobbled together from random scrap.
It's like, oh, I wish this was a death laser gun, and then it's like, it is.
It would be physically unable to work under any other circumstances, but because the orcs think that it works. Like, for example, if they steal a vehicle and they paint it red, they think that painting it red will make it go faster, and then it goes faster.
It's like Celtic magic, I guess.
I love the orcs, yeah.
Honestly, that's just how it is. Like, I've just been looking for a chance to derail this conversation to talk about the Magnus Archives, which is another podcast I started listening to recently.
Oh wow, cool.
I listened to all 160 episodes in a month because you don't need to make good decisions sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's a horror podcast too, so it sent my anxiety, like my background anxiety level, like way up higher than it. So it also wrecked my sleep schedule. However,
cool.
I don't give this because it's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
I stayed.
we're all just staying in our houses anyway, so like.
I fucking Ellen. I spent 2 days looking at Reddit r/WTF, like watching fucked up videos of like explosions and like bugs and shit, and then like, and then like for the past week I've been like playing a game while listening to like Vsauce videos and documentaries about space, make me feel like existentialist and depressed. So I feel you there, sister. You know.
There's So the Magnus Archives, it's a horror anthology that has an overarching. So it takes place in the fictional Magnus Institute. It was founded in like the early 1800s to investigate paranormal things.
So it's
every
like
episode.
It's like ancient SCP, pretty much.
Yeah, kinda. It is very like SCP, but like if SCP didn't have as much budget and it was more of like a little cult.
A lot of
run out of a library.
Did start around those times in the 1800s, I think, or at least some of the tales or canons make it seem like that.
It is a lot like SCP because SCP it's all like reports and documents.
Yeah, it's like a library kind of. It's like a library.
The Magnus Archives, every episode is the head archivist in charge of the because that's what reading a statement about some supernatural to someone. And season 1 is hilarious because he'll just be like talking about, oh, there's this guy who was afraid of spiders and kept getting threatened by spiders. He died, his body in cobwebs, and he's like, obviously this couldn't have been magic spiders. There's a perfectly logical explanation to this. End recording.
Okay.
It's like
that's like almost like that's parody almost or something. It's like a
honestly, the Magnus Archives, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, it's a comedy if you
yeah
like immediately, like on the immediate level it's like scary and sad. It's not gonna end happily and I'm emotionally invested.
Magic.
I have no clue where I was going with this.
That was really funny because half of it like kept cutting out and you were just like, it'll be a month of magic.
I think you said something about April, so I was like,
yeah.
April Fool's? Like, is it just an April Fool's joke?
The real April Fool's joke is gonna be
Is this
I don't even know.
season April Fool's joke?
Yeah.
Steven Universe. When I was first starting to like really pay attention to the things I read and watched and everything, and started like actually having opinions about fiction. Steven Universe had just started coming out. So like my development as an artist has like been right alongside Steven Universe episodes coming out.
Honestly,
it's really weird to me.
Honestly, I feel the same because guess what? I was learning to animate based off of Steven Universe shit. Like,
yeah.
You remember the freaking Flipnote animation that I made in high school? The pear bird one.
Yes, my little sister loved that one.
Yeah, and
I showed it to her.
It's weird because like I met people in my art class. Like okay, keep in mind these are people I've never met in my life before. They were in my drawing class like last term in college, and I showed them like one of my videos from that channel, and they're like, "Oh, I'm subscribed to you," and I'm like, "What?" Oh. That's crazy. You know, like I've never had that feeling before, like meeting somebody who knows you on the internet before like you meet them. You know?
Yeah.
That's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it just I kind of feel the same, Ellen, like just my development as like an artist and me like my mind kind of opening up to like, you know, really understanding entertainment like started with Steven Universe somehow, you know, because that was like the first show that I was watching alongside everyone like making theories and all this other stuff, you know, and like it really like opened up my mind to, like it's like, oh, you can analyze stuff like that. I'm like, whoa, you know, like when you're like 15ish, it's like it feels like your brain's just starting to wake up almost, you know. If I don't know if that makes sense, but like you know what I mean, like you become more woke. the more you age, you know, like once you get past puberty, of course, because I don't know, I was just sad and shit. I was just depressed in like when I was 15, so yeah. Do you feel the same way though?
A little bit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Didn't I meet you, Ellen, like when like in middle school, and you were just sitting in the library?
2014.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that day distinctly. Actually, I
don't remember meeting you, but I definitely you showing Minecraft.
Yeah.
I thought was so cool.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I have
just like real life.
Yeah, I like for the entirety of like middle school, I don't know, I was kind of like one of those library kids, you know, but back when being a library kid was really cool. Yeah, like I'd just go to the library and like play Minecraft, and that's all I would do. And then like the thing is, we played games like Agario like a year before they became popular, and like we're cool, you know, because we were into things like while other people weren't at the time, and then like months later they were. You know, so like I feel like I was like the social cutting edge when I was in middle school, but high school was just a complete nightmare. You know, I never want to remember that. But yeah, like I built, if nobody else like listening to this knows, I built my middle school in Minecraft, and I was so proud of it that I would parade to school with like a flash drive saying like, look what I did, and like like show people, and they're like, whoa. Like, I don't know, and the thing is, I remember, like, staying up late, like, for hours. That was, like, the first, that was where my staying up late habit, like, started. It was in middle school, you know, because that's when I got my first, like, my own computer back then, so, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, you said you remembered me showing you that, Ellen?
Yeah. I think that's the first interview that I remember.
The first time I remember is like you were eating lunch in the library, and I'm like, oh, I like peanut butter jelly sandwiches. That's the first thing I remember, and I remember asking like, where did you come from? And you're like, oh, I'm from South Carolina. I don't know why I did that voice. Holy crap! But
I'm from South Carolina, y'all.
I'm from South Carolina. I'm from Texas. But yeah, like yeah, I remember meeting you. You were just like that awkward geeky girl in the corner of the library. I mean, not to put it bluntly, but yeah. But yeah, do you guys have any good memories from high school that you can remember?
No.
Just kidding. I'm just saying, like the best parts of high school for me were like, I mean, I met you guys there, of course, which was nice.
Yeah.
I met a lot of my friends there, but like,
I feel like I've known you before that though. Or at least saw you.
Yeah, I knew you from middle school.
Yeah.
I remember as far back as that. Like, but just the best parts of school in general were the times where I just got to work on like whatever I wanted, and in classes like photo or computer graphics, I would just sit there, be doing my own thing, listening to whatever I wanted. That's probably where all my like interest in music that I have now. It's just because I had all that free time to listen to stuff in high school, which is like when I developed my tastes,
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like that. But it's just,
I can totally understand that,
because I was alone by myself, not interacting with other people, just doing what I wanted.
Honestly, I liked some of my interactions though. Like I remember there was this fucking asshole like my freshman year of high school, and I remember I don't know, like I feel like throughout high school I just had this like feeling of just like self-contempt and like anxiety. Like I hated myself. But like I remember like I came to school like wearing this like shitty hoodie, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know, because I feel like I had to disconnect myself from middle school. It's like, okay, I have to be this new person now. So like I thought that, but like I didn't have many friends in high school, so I didn't like relate.
Yeah.
I didn't even live near anybody, so it was just like, I just came to school and I was just there. But like I remember
I can sorry,
what were we gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that I can really relate to that. Like, I had friends in high school, but I wasn't really close with most of them.
Oh yeah, you were just acquaintances. Honestly, I feel like even if we want to deny it, we were all kind of like doubtful towards everybody in high school. Like even people who claimed that they were in a clique, they didn't really trust them, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like how it was, you know.
It's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, we were all in our own divisions, you know, our own districts, and yeah, just like don't look at anybody. But what was I gonna say? Like, okay, yeah, there was this kid who was a bully to me. His name was Jamie. The only reason why I remember that is because he was called something else, and then like I remember looking at like the little list of names one day, and I found out his actual name was Jamie. You know, so I started calling him Jamie just to piss him off. But like I remember he came to school every day like watching anime, and he was on his like Minecraft Creeper 3DS, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if we can get along. But then like he was just being like a total dick to me for no reason, and he's like Dave, you're fucking overweight. I'm like, really, dude? You know, like I was chubby back then, honestly, but like he's like, oh, I wonder if like his body's like a pillow, and like he said shit like that, you know, and like all the girls be laughing. It's like fucking, I hate this guy. I remember like the last, I think it was like towards the end of the year. I remember saying like, well, fuck you, Jamie, and I'm like, well, fuck you too, David C. DeBaca, and like, that's the last words I ever said to him, and then he never showed up to school again. I'm serious. They were like playing Counter-Strike one day, and like they turned to me and you're like, oh, you can make videos, like can you edit a video about this? And then they showed me like the Kazoo Kid video, you know, and I'm like, I can do that. So I made that's where that YouTube poop came from, you know. And then the first Steven Universal Healthcare YouTube poop, I bet you guys remember that one. Like I made that because they like told me to like they told me to YouTube poop that, and they also told me to YouTube poop Tourette's guy too. So like I did that, and they're like, oh, this makes it less funny. And I don't get it because I find it really fucking funny, that video.
You're the fucking one who asked for it, so like.
Yeah. That took me 2 weeks to make, honestly, you know. Like I almost felt like I was just a ghost coming to school, pretty much, you know. It's like I wondered why I was there, and like, you know, just people like just kind of saw me, and it's like, what, you know?
Yeah, I just didn't want to have anything to do with it, and like even when I would find those friend groups, after a while, it just felt like I was kind of, you know, trying to force myself in there, like it wasn't natural. Like I was just trying to interact with them, but that just didn't feel right.
Yeah, like I kind of did the same, but it just like I was more forceful about it, you know, and I feel like I had like a similar experience like in college, you know. I could tell that there was like a few people that really gelled with me though in college, because like I don't get why you don't I don't get why they don't like me, honestly. Like fucking I think the freaking edibles are hitting me now, Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, your immune system is getting stronger unless you're older or if it's on the decline.
I don't
the most.
I don't have as bad asthma right now either, so.
Yeah.
But I have been smoking sometime. What was that, Ellen?
Oh, I jumped off the bed that I was sitting on.
You sounded excited. You're like, yeah, I got the present of the Christmas tree.
I just.
What?
I just jumped, so that was an inhale.
Oh.
Because you need oxygen to fuel me.
I need oxygen to live, okay. Yes.
Please, Mom, I need oxygen.
Come on! I told you I didn't want carbon dioxide for my birthday.
No, you can't take away my oxygen, Mom. What will my friends say?
No eating for 1,000 years. 1,000? But you will lose your TV privileges. Oh.
The fact that Steven never got vaccinated, he'd never been to a doctor before in his life.
He's never been to school before.
That one's not as bad because you can homeschool people. You can't home doctor people.
I think he wasn't educated at all though. That's the thing. But like Steven.
That's true.
Yeah,
He doesn't know algebra.
Yeah, like algebra, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's a major algebra moment.
Proposing to your girlfriend, and then she drives you to the hospital, and her mom tells you you have PTSD. Like,
holy shit! Holy crap! I never realized that.
Fucking tour de force.
Sorry, you propose to your
I'd be
girlfriend,
offended.
She says no.
And then her mom says you're fucking crazy.
And her mom says, "Sorry, you have childhood trauma."
Yeah, you have PTSD.
To tell you that.
Your brain releases cortisol when you're stressed. Yeah, it's like honestly that I'm not gonna lie. When I watched that episode, like it made me almost want to cry, to be honest, because I almost want to say like I kind of relate a little bit to that.
Yeah.
Because I probably had some childhood trauma that I don't like remember well, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I want to go into detail, but I can kind of relate. Let's talk about webcomics.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're really neat. Like I've never read Homestuck, but like
that's good. Self-care.
Yeah. I know everyone I meet who's read Homestuck, they're like, don't do it.
It's like, what the I don't even know what it's about. It's like these green alien people with orange horns.
So what Homestuck is about is
No, I don't want to know. I'm just kidding.
Okay. But essentially, I think the reason is, one, is the fandom is terrible, and two, there's a huge amount of time investment, and a lot of people think that it doesn't really pay off in the end.
Yeah,
oh, okay,
really,
that makes sense.
Really long, and there's like parts of it that are just not, engaging.
Oh, okay.
And in my personal ADHD opinion, it's like an absolute nightmare to try to. I just tried to read it. I didn't even finish like the first chapter or whatever the Homestuck equivalent of a chapter is.
Oh wow.
It was like just.
Didn't Toby Fox like make some of the music for it? Because like when you're watching the comic,
Megalovania.
Yeah.
Megalovania was originally a Homestuck song.
That's funny.
Really.
And Megalovania was also originally an NES ROM hack song. Like he did a Halloween ROM hack of Earthbound, I think. I mean, that puts a whole different perspective on it. So imagine Nintendo, they put a song from an SNES ROM hack that got turned into a Homestuck comic song. It got turned into like Undertale, and then they put it in Smash Bros.
Do you want to hear something even crazier?
What?
So you know how Toby Fox reuses musical motifs throughout his work, even in between different.
Yeah, I love that. I love leitmotif.
Yeah.
I love leitmotif.
So, you know how he composed the Pokemon Battle Tower music for Sword and Shield?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's cool.
It has
It's kind of
striking
cool.
similarity. It has striking similarity to a song for a fan-made a Homestuck opera that he composed music for, called "The Baby Is You." It's a time travel.
The Baba Is
male
You.
pregnancy, weird trip of a musical.
Pregnancy? What is this, Terminator?
What?
Essentially, from my understanding, one of the main characters, there's time travel, and he ends up giving birth to his best friend.
That's cool.
I don't know anything about it beyond that.
Honestly, if I gave birth to my best friend, I'd be proud. Anyway.
I'd be proud of you too. Yeah. It's quite an ordeal, from what I understand.
I need to pee.
I'm gonna say one thing. A really good webcomic to read is Paranatural. It's been ongoing for about 10 years now.
That's cool.
I think it's starting to get to the climax, because it has been going on for 10 years. But
I think
you can read it in a couple. You can read it in a couple of days. It's real good.
That's cool. I'll be sure to look into it because I want to read more manga and stuff.
It's very funny. It's very well written. The art starts off a little rough, but it gets really good really quickly.
Wow, that's cool.
It's just a great time.
You know what I thought that was. What else?
Oh, it's also really fun to make original. You know, there are certain things that are just really easy to make character to insert in the world.
Oh, like an OC. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to make like an OC for freaking Kekai Sensen. I don't know if you guys heard about that anime.
Yeah, I know that one.
I freaking love that show. Like, speaking of comics, like, what I was surprised about is that they made a comic for Fooly Cooly, and it's actually, like, really decent. Like, I think it's really funny. He even calls, what is it that, not Mamimi, like, she calls Mamimi in the anime a dumb bitch. Or, like, in the freaking, like, the manga. Like, I swear to God, like, and then she, like, talks about how, like, Naota's, like, thing, his horn from his head looks like a penis. You know? Like, she says that in the manga, like, and they don't ever say shit like that in the anime, you know? So I hope you guys stay safe during this time. Like, I'm gonna try not to lose my sanity.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, lave las manos.
Wash your hands and don't touch people and
like, get a little sip of water, stay inside. Don't touch your asshole, and like. Just be careful, you know, because you don't want to be the asshole that buys like the whole entire stock of everything from the store so no one else can buy it. You fucking asshole.
Exactly.
Literally, stay away. Just go. Just go away. Just go. Just go away.